Gorgeous, beautiful souls, welcome to another episode of Heart and Soul with Janet and myself, Caroline. And today we have a wonderful topic close to my heart, our hearts, if I can speak for Janet. It's about earth angels. If you've never heard of the term, if you don't quite know what it could mean, stay tuned. We share with you what it means and how it feels like. Just as a little insight, yes, earth angels are sensitive, they're empaths, they are gorgeous and very dear souls. So welcome to this episode. Thank you for always being here, Janet.
Oh, Caroline, it's always a fun thing that we do. And of course, like Earth Angels, when we were planning topics, when we said about this, I kind of got very excited. It's a topic close to both of our hearts and souls, really, as you said, because when I look at you, Caroline, to me, and I know you, is that you are an Earth Angel. And we're going to talk more about it. And perhaps if you're watching or listening to this, things will start to maybe make sense to you. And perhaps you are an earth angel as well. And things will start to become clear as to the way that you're feeling or how you feel about the world or how you react to things. So, Caroline, how would you describe an earth angel?
I mean, I can only speak for myself, maybe 20 years ago or maybe even only 15. I felt like I'm completely lost here on earth. I was missing home, but I had no idea what home was. I missed that love, that feeling, that energy of love. Life here felt too harsh, too loud, too, you know, like too much. And yes, I felt like I'm too sensitive. We shared that in another episode. And yeah, maybe something's wrong with me. And sometimes I felt like I've been plucked from a different planet. I'm like an alien here on Earth, you know. So that's when I learned about the term Earth Angel, that they're very generous, very empathic, sensitive souls, and always helping others. For me, I used to overgive and help others and ended up in burnout. So when I read all about those earth angels, they're sort of like angels on earth, like different kind of energy, like, yeah, they don't fit in. They're not their usual human being and very gentle. So that felt like, ah, okay, I am okay. It's nothing wrong with me. I'm an earth angel. I'm just different kind of person or human here. And I feel by accepting that and yeah, of course, through my own journey of learning to love myself just the way I am, I integrated all that and I feel more at home here. How has it been with you, Janet?
Well, a lot of things that you're saying is I always felt I never fitted in. Even now, I feel that I am always like an observer, standing on the periphery of things, watching and being aware of what's going on. And as you say, you feel things very strongly. So that empathic side of you. Now, I think to me, I would define myself as a light worker, which is an earth angel, but coming here for the specific purpose of bringing love and light energy into the world to help raise the vibrational energy and help humanity. And it took me a while to understand that that is my sole purpose. And there's so many of us, I think, here who are earth angels, light workers, who are struggling because they're not understanding who they are and what they're here to do. And I mean, you've gone through it, Caroline. I know I did that. Until you have that realization, and as you say, acceptance and understanding, and then it all falls into place and you become aligned with your soul purpose. And you find ways, and some people go, oh, you need to be doing very extreme things. No, you don't actually. It's kind of, you just need to find your way, your spark, to spark the next person's spark. And you just do that. I mean, we've all met people. You're sitting at the train station and somebody sits next to you and you just have this feeling about them, and the next thing you're having this conversation, and it's like you've known this person your whole life. And maybe you open up and you can talk to them without any feel of judgment or anything like that, but they definitely have that sort of that vibe, that energy. And they don't have to be perfect either, because we are having that human experience, and we still make mistakes, we can still get angry, we can still have struggle with lower energies, and then we have to find our way back. But once you know that, you then can find your way back. What about you, Caroline? Would you say the same thing?
Yes, definitely. You made some very good points. And for me, it was also, light worker, earth angel, I was so caught up in always being positive, always sort of in the higher vibration. I forgot to embrace my earthly being, my humanness. So before I tried to change myself to fit in, because, like you're at the outside, usually more like introverts, just taking it in, like, oh, this is a great movie happening here. And it takes a while to embrace that duality, the light and the dark, that more heaviness of being on earth, that groundedness. And the more I grounded it, I could take in more. Before I was maybe this, and now more like this in energy, wider. It feels better, and it's okay to be human. I think that was like having anger, feeling envy, feeling the joy, and having rainy days. It's all part of that. And just remembering that I came here for a reason. I chose this life here on earth. So embracing that, and connecting then to the soul purpose, to fulfilling my mission here, to sharing that light and sharing my heart, where for most of my life I felt I'm too vulnerable, closing down my heart. I don't want to feel, I don't want to get hurt anymore, but opening up and sharing from the heart and inspiring others doing the same. And riding the waves of good days and bad days, and coming back to self, always coming back to self, and taking a breath and being there. And it feels like before I was in sort of a black and white gray world, and the more you open up and the more you arrive and connect to your heart and your soul, then you have sort of like sparkling rainbows and colors you don't even know existed, and you live in that world by being fully present and sharing what you love about life. And like this show we're doing, hoping and inspiring the right people. So if you know of someone who feels too sensitive or like missing home, haven't arrived yet, please share this show with your friends and the person that needing it, because we truly love to help so many gorgeous hearts and souls. And one thing I learned is I always love to give. And for a while I said, oh, I'm an overgiver. I should not always help everybody, sort of. But I learned when I also helped myself and kept my energy level up, it was even better to give. So giving isn't wrong per se. It's more like when you completely forget yourself and then your battery is totally empty and depleted, or when you feel like, who's looking after me? The answer is you. We can only us can look after ourselves. So it's our time to get. But then that giving, that kindness, that gentle heart was all of a sudden part of why I'm here. And I think that's important too. It's okay to give. It's okay to help others. It's okay to do all the things you naturally did as a child, maybe young adult. You sort of try to unlearn because it wasn't what others did. So stepping more into yourself and embracing who you are is important.
Absolutely. And I think that sort of, each of us, maybe you're identifying this is connecting with you, and maybe you're getting some aha moments, oh, actually, that's how I feel. And you could well be an earth angel, a light worker here with a purpose, and you're just not clear on that. But also is that often earth angels, light workers, we go through a period of, like, I call it the trials. I mean, it might be the other word is the dark night of the souls, that we come through a specific, normally a struggle of some sort or a challenge of some sort. And that is really having that human experience. And until we understand, as you say, the impact of those emotions and how it feels, we can't really do our job until we understand that. So a lot of people are sort of going, but I don't know why this is happening to me. I don't know why. And it could well be is that you, as an earth angel light worker, are going through that. We, almost think of the, caterpillar to the butterfly, you're at that chrysalis stage where things are icky and messy and problematic and challenging. And some people's struggles are a lot more than others. But if you're open to it and connect with it and learn to heal from that, you're propelling yourself forward and you're moving forward in your growth as a earth angel light worker. And that's what you almost need to do, is to go through that, so then you can heal, and then you have a better understanding of this world, these emotions, how people are affected, that you can start to bring the good energy back in to heal. And I mean, I know people I would call earth angels. You just meet them and you just know that you're in their presence, and they're empathic, they're compassionate, they're very caring, they are sensitive, they love nature, they have intuitive abilities as well. And often they're either like they're healers, or they're there to guide and mentor people and support people. So, there's a lot in the world, and you probably know a few of them. So, if you're feeling that you recognize and going, do you know what? I think I might be an earth angel. By all means, like, contact us, get connected with us. And don't forget, we have a special workshop coming up that will be exactly right for you, where we will be sharing some important information about starting that journey to transition and heal and move forward. Sorry.
It's called Reignite Your Sparkle. And it's important because sometimes we feel in that dark space, in that gray, black and white world, we don't feel at home. So reignite that sparkle within, reconnect with who you truly are, so you can shine that light, so you can become the light worker, the earth angel, the amazing human being you truly are. And it's going to be on Monday, April 8th, 2024. I'm just saying the year in case you're listening to the podcast later on. And there's a replay available, and I will leave the details in the comments. Would be great to have you join us. And yes, we are all here to learn more about ourselves, aren't we? It's a continuous journey, right?
Absolutely. And, each time you think you've done a level of healing, there's something else comes around, go, you need to go deeper, you need to do. And that's okay, because us, even as, if we consider earth angels, light workers here, we still are on a journey, and it still is like your whole human existence is about learning, experiencing, and growing along the whole way. It's never just like, okay, now I'm finished. It is the whole way. And the nice thing is, the more obviously you heal, and the better, as Caroline said, when your energy is more vibrant, the more
sparkly.
and sparkly, yes, vibrant and sparkly, the more, even if you're just not doing anything, even just sitting somewhere and people are around you, they will benefit from your energy going out, and they won't maybe understand why or what's happened, but you still are doing things. But even more so, if you then choose to do something like coaching or healing work, or even if you're in the medical industry or teaching or something, but if you're bringing that energy and love and compassion into your role, whatever you do, it does touch lives. It really, truly does. And people will come to you. Now, on the other side of that, I think we also need to talk about is that you will find that, when we're talking about the light and the good, we have to talk about there is the dark, and some would say evil. So be aware that some people will come into your path who will be trying to trip you up. So just be aware of that as well. But keep your energy and sparkliness, and you'll be able to get through it. Caroline, what else can we add to this?
Yeah, life is an experience. And the more true you can be to yourself, the more you connect to your soul purpose, to your heart, the better your experience here on earth, the better you can fulfill what you came here to do. And yeah, we are all on a life's path. We chose the experiences. We came here for a reason. And life is very short.
It is.
So start within. You already have it within, in your heart and soul, deep down, and keep going one step at a time. And yeah, it's ups and downs, it's floods and ebbs, full moon, new moon. It's all these. It's all part of life, and all is an experience. Take it as an experience, as a neutral experience. It's not always good or bad or high or low, but it's just an experience, and experience your life to the fullest, because that's what you came here for, to experience life here on earth as a human being. And yeah, embrace your angelic earth angel light worker self, and the more you can step into who you were always meant to be, the easier life will be. You will find joy, you will find more fun, you feel like you have truly arrived here on earth. You're not sort of not here, but not there either. And yeah, the more colorful, the more sparkle, the more vibrant your life becomes. And your friends and families and relevant others, they all profit from that, and they will love you even more.
And that said, though, there are people in your life who may not like you making that change, that discovery. And if they fall away, they're not meant to be with you. Because I know Caroline went through her own experience and actually came through that. And, divorce happened, but actually, in some regards, it's allowed you to really become yourself without being held back. And that's thankfully for us is a blessing. So sometimes you have to be aware that when you make that change, that transformation journey, that there will be certain things maybe fall away from your life that you don't feel connected to anymore, and that's okay. But hopefully, as on the other side, is that you will then connect with people that you feel more aligned with, who understand you and will be more supportive of you. So definitely check out the workshop, check out our podcast and YouTube, because we've got one on light workers as well. We've talked about empaths, we've talked about being highly sensitive, and if these sort of connect with you, check them out, because life is a journey. And I don't know about you, Caroline, but I miss my wings.
Oh yes, definitely I miss my wings as well, but yeah, so that's all good. And yeah, about losing friends, I had one friend tell me, after I've gone through the divorce and transformation and everything, says, "You are so different. I don't know you anymore." And I felt like, you never truly knew me. You only knew my facade of trying to sort of fit in. And it was easy to let her go, and finding true soul sisters, really that soul heart connection is so worth it. And we don't have to decide. That's the good thing, because they just effortless fall away. We don't have to hold it all together or please someone or make things work. It's just like, they fall away. And I am looking forward to seeing you all in our Reignite Your Spark workshop, and looking forward to helping you even more becoming who you were always meant to be.
I love that. It is about reconnecting with your true essence, your authentic self. And I know that term has kind of been so almost overused, but it is, to me, it is like reconnecting with your soul. and your soul purpose, your soul mission. And that is who you are at your very core. And that just opens up a whole new world. Doesn't it, Caroline?
It does. And as an earth angel, we for a while, we never know who we are. So if you feel like you're an earth angel, light worker, sensitive soul, empath, introvert, or if you're just feeling like
Lost
I don't
it.
fit in, join us and you will learn so much about yourself. Thank you so much for being here with us. Next week, we're talking about avoidance. That's a good one, right?
I might avoid that one. Yes, it is a good one, because I think we're all a little guilty of that at times. So absolutely. Well, again, as Caroline said, please join us for our workshop. It will be a fantastic experience. We share so much of ourselves, and we're open for your questions, and quite happy to have conversations with you as part of that. I think there'll be a little maybe time for Q&A at the end. And if you can't make it live, do sign up, because you still get the recording and some extra little bits like a workbook and a lovely meditation. So please come to reignite your spark.
Exactly. And about avoidance, earth angels absolutely avoid conflict, and they have a hard time saying no. They are people pleasers as well. So just to add some little insights. Thank you for being here. Share with a friend, and see you next week again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Love and light blessings to you all.